So the coil balance on my double hung window broke and the window wouldn't stay open. So basically all you have to do is to replace the cartridge. This is called a rotating tilt cartridge. There's a transparent plastic piece that you screw onto the side there. There's a hole and you just have to unscrew that and slide it out. That's the foot of the bottom sash. Of course, if your window has a cutout, that will be easy, and you just buy the part and replace it. But often that is not the case. So my window doesn't have the cutout, and you have to make one. You have to make a new one. So I bought the cartridge, not knowing if they're really the exact one, but I bought them anyway. And I mark it left and right. And the original one is actually 7 pounds, and I bought the 8-pound one. So now I have to make a cutout on the left and on the right, and they should not be at the same height. You make the cutout almost to the top of the window. Like I said, they shouldn't be, the left one and the right one shouldn't be at the same height, because the retracting latch, when you pull on the window, if you have both the cutout at the same height, your sash can come out. So yeah, I removed the old cartridge and put in the new one. And I actually had to make some modification to the cartridge. And after you install it, you pull it down with your screwdriver and then lock it by rotating your screwdriver to the left counterclockwise. So this is how I assemble the bracket and the cartridge. Sometimes they come in the whole set, sometimes they don't.
I had a very difficult time fitting this into the channel over here. The reason being, this guy here is wider than the groove here, where my finger is. So what I did was I cut a little bit off here, and now it fits right in. So this part on this side, I have to do the similar thing. I have probably I have to cut up this much.
So after you install this cartridge back on the channel, you screw it in place, but you have to pull this cartridge down to receive the sash. So this would be the normal position when it is not under tension. You have to insert your screwdriver and pull this whole unit down, and then after you pull it down, you turn the cam counterclockwise. This cam here will lock the spring in place, so it'll be like this. When it's in this position, after it's locked in place, this is the left, this is the right. The cartridge themselves should be at a slightly different position. This one should be higher or lower than the other, and this would help you reinstall the sash. You might have to make some final adjustment when you do that. So this is how it works. This is the foot of the sash, so this will go in like that. So it's like a U shape for my window anyway. The foot is like this, so that's why it should be in this position, right? the cam will lock the spring. And if you have difficulty reinstalling the sash, you unlock it and move the cartridge up or down. So when you try to install the sash, the whole thing the window can go in from into the foot can go into the left cam here, and also on the right cam. And then after that, you push the window back in and you hear this click, and your windows will work again. So you can just buy the coil. They're a couple of dollars, sometimes $3 or $4, and you don't have to replace the whole cartridge. The whole cartridge can be expensive. The ones that I bought are like $20 a piece, but I was worried I wasn't gonna find an exact replacement. And if you don't have an exact replacement, because this is in the window channel on the left and the right side, they go up and down. If they're not an exact fit, your window is gonna wobble. So even though I paid $20 for each of them for the pair, I mean $20 on each size, about $40 a pair, I still had to make some modification, because the one I bought is exactly like this, except there's a ridge here. For my purpose, for my window, the ridge doesn't fit, so I had to cut it off on both sides. This is the original one. The original one doesn't have that. So I spent $40, and the part I got wasn't an exact fit. The reason I got the wrong part is because I couldn't take out the old one until I have the new one. If I took out the old one and then try to order the part, my window will be left open for a few days, because without this, your window wouldn't be able to be locked or to be closed. So they make it look easy when they try to show you how to replace these cartridges. If everything is what if your window is everything what they say they are, then it'll work just fine. But if not, then you have to modify the cartridges yourself. If the one I bought was exactly like this, I wouldn't have a problem. The other issue I have is, of course, there's no cutout over there. There's no cutout for you to remove the cartridge. Some windows have a cutout, so I had to make my own cutout to take out the old cartridge and put in the new cartridge. So those are the things they don't tell you when they show you how to replace the cartridge. Okay, I know this is going to be a long video, but if I explain it, I think it'll be easier for you to understand how the cartridge operate. So this goes into the right side like this, and on the left side it's the same cartridge, except you have another one, and it'll go like this, right, on the left side. On the right side it'll go like this, because you can turn this pivot on either side. Okay, when the window spring is unlocked, this channel is like this. When you lock it, there's a cam, right? This is the cam. When you lock it, it'll be in this position. Maybe 1 pound or 7/8. It's not gonna matter because I replaced this 7 pound with an 8 pound one, and it worked just fine. But don't go off by too far. So when they show you how to do this, always look easy, but it never is. You have to make some minor adjustment to the position of the cartridge, and then after a while you can get it done.